There we go. We
It
just
was.
turned it on. Hey,
I love
it. that was like incredible how that all rolled down.
Oh, that was. I was looking down. I wasn't even looking up.
No. You were good. You were good. You were up, brother. You were up by the time it hit. You were good to go. No worries, man. No worries. So Mayhem Monday, brother. Here we go. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Another week, another blank canvas for all y'all to create and do anything you want. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. 90112, 90112. We start the morning with a tie. I wonder if we do this and then we show. Oh, let's see. The comments don't display there. I don't understand that. But anyways, okay. So we have a tie this morning for y'all. And then we've got a close second with Richard here, or a close third, I guess. So I guess, well, since you said, yes, definitely talk about it.
Yeah, I guess
I'm going to bring it up. So have any of you watching, listening, ever woke up on like a Saturday or Sunday morning and said, I'm just going to send some emails, catch up on some follow-ups and not wait until Monday? Has anyone ever done that? So I tend to do that quite a bit. So I want to read y'all something because
oh no,
I actually let this piss me off. I know. I actually let this piss me off, and then I decided not to. So midweek last week, I was reaching out to VPs of business development and talking to them about the Inception program and if they wanted to get their trainers in or their salespeople in and seeing if we could set up a meeting to discuss it. So I woke up on Saturday morning.
What a salesperson does, right?
I mean, exactly what a salesperson does, reaches out to cold prospects, right? Yeah. So on Saturday morning, I woke up and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do a couple of follow-ups. I had, an extra 45 minutes or something that I kind of just couldn't sleep. So I got up. So I figured I may as well be productive instead of sitting there staring at a wall, drinking coffee. It was still a little too cold to go outside and enjoy the weather. So I wrote a follow-up email. So on Sunday morning at 7:17 a.m., I get an email from this person that says, who are you? Where did you get my email? And what makes you think you can send me an email that gives you the right to take up my time with a phone call or something I have shown no interest in? I am already pissed off at the fact that I have to take this time to write you this email and tell you to fuck off. I hate spam, and you, sir, are spam. Okay. So I read that and I just went like, are you fucking kidding me? And so again, this is a VP of business development at a brokerage company. Okay. So this is,
hold on. Say that one more time. Say that one more time. Sorry, everybody.
This is a VP of business development at a brokerage company. Yeah. Now they have assets, but they have a big brokerage as well. That's so they are in the sales game. Okay. And a VP of business development, typically the role of VP of business development includes, but is not limited to, like overseeing sales targets, helping the VP of sales, that kind of thing, developing sales production, sales teams, goal setting, and all that kind of stuff. Like this is the typical role of a VP of business development in the world of logistics. So yeah, I get this email from him where he's saying, what gives you the right? Okay, but a couple of different things, right? So what gives you the right to take up my time with a phone call? I didn't send a phone call to him. I emailed him. I'm already pissed that at the fact that I have to take this time to write this email and tell you to fuck off. So again, he could have just said not interested and I would have never bothered him. I hate spam and you are spam. So he's calling me spam. So to be completely transparent, I got pissed off. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me here? Hold on. Like, you are in this business. Like, it's not like, I woke up yesterday and sales is something new and somebody's like, wow, what is this? Like, this is business. His team. So here's my response, and I'd love to hear people's comments on it because I see on the back side a bunch of these things coming in. We have some good comments already. I sent him back, good morning, his name. I, sir, am not spam. I have a service and was looking to see if you might be interested in it. Sales and outbound sales calls and emails are what your company and every company lives on. Do your salespeople call and email people that have shown no interest? Yes, every salesperson does. Because I have a few hours on the weekend to send emails and try to be more does not make me spam. I will not email you again. Joy to you, his name, and have a remarkable day. So that was my reply. It took me.
So I'm guessing you're not going to follow up or try to do business with this guy.
No, I actually might, but just because that's me, where I might just,
You like
so here's what I might do.
Now me, I'm walking the other way.
Okay. So here's what I might do. If I wake up one morning and I'm just feeling like in that mood, I might send them an article on how sales training or how being courteous to people and maybe not burning bridges before you know what I mean? Something like that, just to, and it's more for me, DJ. Like the guy's probably not even going to open it.
The universe to go full circle is he sees the show, sees everything, and he's like, "Oh shit, I should have hired him."
Yeah. So look at Richard. He says you're too nice because I was, Jeff says, "Boom time." Lisa says his reaction is all him. He chooses to react that way 100%.
Absolutely. But he probably
just opened up to the lovely email correspondence. So VP of face-to-face is out of the question.
I love that. I was cracking up at that. That's
a good one. That's a good one.
So face-to-face is out of the question.
Yeah. So you don't want me to come in and sit down with you. So I thought that was Lisa, you need to slow down on the coffee. It's messing up your spelling. Oh yeah. 2 G's. Forgot the I. Yeah, there we go. Jeff says got a response. Yeah, you're right. It did get a response. So it did
get a response.
And I'm so here's the thing, everyone, is how DJ and I work. Everything that happens is like, what's the lesson? Right?
That's right.
So and here's the thing, I want to share something with you. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, and I know I gave it too much thought on the weekend. I gave this person too much of my time already. And I know now we're like 7 minutes into the show and I'm giving him more time. But I think it's important because as a salesperson, when you typically get things like that, like I reach out for outbound sales because I know what this stuff can do and how it can help salespeople. Like I have so much belief in my product. Nobody will ever be able to tell me anything different. I will blow through mountains to make sure people get it in their hands and utilize it and win. So I went back to my original email because this was a follow-up email from my original email. So I went back and my original email went on Monday the 2nd. So on Monday last week. And I said, what did I say something wrong? Because I'm thinking, has this guy been stewing on this? Because in my email, I say, I look forward to your direction. So this is my email. Okay. So this is my original introductory email. This person has no idea who I am. Probably doesn't know who High Performance Logistics is. Doesn't know my name, nothing.
Of course.
Hi, his name. Does your role as VP of Business Development include setting company sales targets, including developing production and sales goals, getting new contracts, and overseeing salespeople? Question mark. If so, would you have time this week or next week to schedule a quick call to discuss the X Factor, the only industry-specific sales training course that actually includes 2 courses, Selling the C-Level and Inception. And they also come with a full year of coaching calls for your entire team, helping your team shorten sales cycles, reduce sales costs, skyrocket productivity and results while increasing profitability. If this sounds interesting to you, I look forward to your direction. His name. That's my email. Like, it's not hey man, you absolutely suck at what you do and I can help you get better. Like, it's nothing like, so, I start thinking to myself and I'm going like, is this like, okay. And I'm thinking, did I like, did you start thinking, did I rub somebody the wrong way? But I guess the guy just, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's in a fight with his boyfriend or his girlfriend or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe his kid just caught selling drugs or something. I don't know. There's something going on in his world to be in the industry and come at me like that, especially on a Sunday morning at 7:17. Like, I don't know. I mean, okay. So here's Antoine. Here's what Antoine says. Antoine says, does he fit your customer profile? LOL. Yeah, exactly. Right. And
I agree. Antoine.
So you're too nice. Okay. So let's go through these here for a sec. Cause Nirfan says, this morning, I'm feeling like the Blue Jays felt after fighting the Guardians of the Galaxy off, and not a team from Cleveland. That's a hit at you, brother. Nirfan says, woke up at 1:20 this morning. A new meaning to the 5 a.m. club. Yeah, that's a new meaning for sure.
That is.
Richard says, I guess I'll just email the CEO and let them know their sales leader is an idiot and book a meeting with her instead. Oh, Richard. Yeah, I think I am definitely.
Richard. That was a good one. Oh, that's great. That's great.
You know
That is
what?
great.
I think I'm gonna do it just for shits and giggles, gents. Just for shits and giggles. That was good morning. Good morning, David. Good morning. So Alex says, "How about you, sir? If you would like me to piss off your competition, would you like to share the names of their competitors who might need my service, so they can outpace you in the future?" I love that,
Oh,
Alex. That
good.
is classic. I'm gonna actually have to download the notes after and use that. That
That's
awesome.
A good one, Alex. Nice one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hey, Preet says he was having a moment for sure, for sure. Kudos to your response. Amazing, Dan. Thank you. Thank you.
And again,
Go.
so I have two conspiracy theories, we'll call them. But,
okay.
So the first is yes, he was just having a moment, and we don't know what he maybe was dealing with. So if that is the case, I'm so sorry for whatever is going on. But I think the other flip side is he is pissed off about those car warranty calls that everybody gets, but clearly they still call because they work, people. So do cold calls, so do cold emails. So quit bitching about it. If it doesn't fit what you need, just say not interested. Thank you.
Like so, and DJ, do you think so? I agree with you like 1,000,000% on that.
You know what I'm saying?
So I don't think anyone should be spoken to the way he spoke back to me. Okay, so let me ask you this, because I think this is very important. How do you deal with sales calls that you're not interested? Like whether it be DMs on LinkedIn, like emails, all that. Like how do you go through that?
It's you know what? So I guess again, it's a moment thing. So it's kind of I am the moment person. I guess if it was having a moment, maybe if I would never say that. So I wouldn't do that. I might
No, I'm not talking that. Just in general, like how do you
I might
deal
just
with?
ignore it. But mostly, I judge it. Actually, I kind of do the whole. I kind of do the whole boiler room thing that the guy does, like where he answers the phone and then he like critiques it. So I critique it. I'm like, ooh, I like this. Oh, that kind of worked.
Now, do you reply back? And
sometimes I'll tell him, hey, this is great. I'm not interested, but this is great.
Okay. So here's what I started doing, and it's interesting because I mean, you know me, right? It's all about testing and trying to figure people out.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I don't answer any first, second, and sometimes third DM or sales email.
Okay.
And the reason I don't is like a singular fold. You would be like shocked how many people do not send a third email or a second email. So what I'm doing is and right or wrong, it's just kind of the way my brain processes. I'm weeding out the salespeople that won't be there in the end anyways. Right? Like I want to deal like so
I get that.
when and I'm sure everyone watching and listening is the same way. We want to deal with professionals, right? Like we don't want to deal with Mickey Mouse amateur people. We want to deal with the pros, and the pros have a follow-up system that allow them to continuously follow up. Now, do they always ask, can you get back to me? Can you get back to me? I have no problem reading 3 or 4 emails, and I'll usually connect on about the 3rd to 5th email, depending on the quality of the email. Like, I don't care if it's a template. I don't care about any of that. It's addressing a couple of different things on each email. So there, and like anything, right? Like every sales, you come at it from multiple angles, and one angle usually will open a door. And whether it just be opening a door to a new contact or opening a door to possible business or opening a door to say, hey, I'm not interested, but you might want to call, or do you know anyone, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I tend to do a 360 view on it.
Yep.
And salespeople that don't come to me with a 360 view, I typically, like, I will never answer the first email or DM unless one reason where it's so off profile, it would be crazy. Like, I had a couple 2 weeks ago, like 2 in 1 week, where they just, I mean, I don't know if it was like a duck soup bot or something where it was so off kilter. I was like, okay, I replied back right. I said, thank you for your message. However, I'm not sure if you looked at my, like, I went, was my DM back. I'm not sure if you looked at my profile. I'm a sales trainer. This is, if a sales trainer was A, this is Z on the spectrum of what I would need.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not sure, this might have been a template. You might have taken the time to type this out. I just wanted to let you know that if it is a template and it's on a sequence of some kind, you might want to really look at your targeting, because it won't be effective and you're kind of wasting your time. And they actually sent a message back and said, you know what, thank you. It was a sequence, and I must have messed up the targeting. I said, so, just FYI, because I put people through sequences.
But you were helping them. I mean, you helped them from wasting
and that's the only time
well.
I'll reply, like on the first one. But yeah, and I would like to think, if, and again, everybody to each his own. But I would like to think, if when I was starting in sales, or when I would start something, I mean, I appreciate the feedback, as long as it's not, writing you an email to tell you to fuck off kind of thing. Like, I appreciate that is feedback
I like
too,
the feedback
right?
too. Yeah. If I said something wrong, or
So Jess says, obviously this VP should not be in the business because he does not know how to control his emotions. See, I'm glad Jeff went there, because this was the next portion of this call. With an attitude like this, it's transferring to his sales team, which will without doubt affect sales. Jeff, I am so glad you brought that up, because
Jeff,
that was the next part.
This
guy is the vice president of business development. Now, I'll tell you, this company is not small. It's not a small company. And to me, that was the second thought. Yeah.
I'm bringing up a very touchy subject. I'm sorry for anybody out there that this goes to, but Dan, do you think that this guy, this VP, because you said it's a big company, maybe he doesn't have the life experience, but he has that fancy little piece of paper that's a degree that those kind of positions need sometimes? So maybe he didn't grind it out like some of us have.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you go to what is it? Get Garner Research. I think it's Garner Research, the place that does all of the polls and stuff. I think it's Garner. I read an article from them, I mean, going back probably 7 or 8 months ago, that like 77% of the people in management should not be in management. Like, they're not qualified for the position they hold.
Because they got hired from outside.
So let me ask you this. And I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you this. Have you ever had a manager that was so far from being like, from a skill development, So when I read that originally, I was like, no, what? I'm like, yeah, because I'm thinking back to how many, like, the people that were in management above me at companies, the people that were managing operations teams at companies, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, and not that. Listen, when I went from salesperson to sales trainer, I went to 4 courses, not to understand sales training, but to understand how to move from employee to manager. Because it's a different world. Like, I don't know how many people I've spoken to over the years who are like, I want to be a sales manager. I want to be a sales manager. I'm like, you got to be the best babysitter on the planet to manage people, because you have so many different, like, demeanors and personalities and issues and all the other things that come with it. And it's like you're dealing with a person and all of their environment that come into one. And as much as I loved the sales training portion, the manager portion, when you had to let people go, when you had to discipline, like, I hated that. I was like, and I don't know if it's just maybe the way I am built, but it's like, you got a job to do. You dig in, you get dirty up to your shoulders, and you get the job done. Yeah. That's it. That's what I've been, like, programmed to do my whole life. That's what I do.
And you're a systems guy. You're a systems guy like me. I mean, we're systems.
And have you ever sat and thought to yourself, like, is this really the way it should work? And I've often questioned that, and I questioned it up until about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we were sitting at the kitchen table having dinner, and for some reason work came up. Actually, it was last summer. It wasn't 2 years ago. It was last summer. And work came up. We started talking about the contractor that completely screwed up the pool, and then me jumping in and, like, learning and educating and all that. And my daughter looked at me and she says, Dad, you probably have the best work ethic of anyone I've ever seen in my life. And I just kind of went, oh, so it does work. And that was kind of like, never again did I question it, right? But Jeff, that, my friend, you hit the nail so hard on the head. You pushed it right through the 2x4 there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Lisa says, yes, do it. Yeah. That was a really good one there, Richard. Respond politely with no thanks to stop the flow. Yeah. And a no thanks, I respond politely, a no thanks, you'll stop the flow. Even if it's a sequence, it'll pull you or pause you in the sequence, right? Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Richard. If I do feel like I am, or I'm getting a few and it's just not in line with my thing, I will just say, not interested real fast. Just so, so they know they don't have to waste their time with me. Again, I'm not being
Richard's
rude.
coming back with another chunk of gold here, DJ. Look at this. Send a reply with an invoice. Here's a $250 invoice for the lesson. Thank you. So, I mean, I don't know, DJ. We're 20 minutes in. We haven't even picked the topic.
We're 20 minutes in. I don't know if we can pick a category, but we could try.
Maybe the topic is how to reply to, I don't know, unsolicited emails. No.
I don't even know what that topic could be, except
I don't even know. We'll have to figure it out after.
If it's your job, like, I understand. Look, if you're that person who hates salespeople, because there's those people out there. Let's just be honest. They can't do it. They can never do it, and they hate salespeople. I can understand that response from somebody like that, but somebody who does this, I mean, the VP of business development, like, what are you in? Like, what industry are you in? Do your people call? Are they like? Is everybody just calling them? I mean, is it just a funnel service of calls coming in? Or are they cold calling too? I'm sure they're probably cold calling or cold email. So,
well, I look at it and I say, like, so here's the thing. So, anytime the first probably 7 years of my career, when somebody would like go off on me, I would turtle.
Oh,
right. Because I was like,
me too.
Oh my gosh, I'm afraid to.
Like, oh shit.
I'm afraid to hold my ground.
I don't know why. Instantly, I went to like, fuck, they're going to find out where I'm at.
You're hilarious. But after about 5-7 years, I started putting my foot down. And I remember, because a salesperson that I worked with, he says, here's the thing, Dan. Do you think that traffic manager would have a job if they didn't have a sales team? He goes like, think about it. He goes, like, Coca-Cola.
No business would exist without sales. Zig Ziglar said it best. You can come up with the greatest product, the greatest anything, without trucks moving it somewhere and without a salesperson making that sale. It's not happening. Nothing is happening to it.
Exactly. And I can't even count how many times I told traffic managers when they've blown up, I said, okay, you know what? I apologize. I probably have caught you at an inopportune time or a bad time. Yeah. But here's the thing. Your business requires salespeople. I'm doing my job because I can provide a service and value to you that I don't believe you have right now. So I apologize again if I caught you off guard, but to speak to me like that is uncalled for. And I've said that to I don't know how many people, because I'm just like, enough. Yeah. Like, you know, like, I get it too. I pick up the phone and it's like, you hear, well, you pick up the phone, you go here, click, click. Hi, can I speak to Daniel Diagan? And I'm like, okay, they're reading my name. Right? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and even if I don't have time, I go, you know what? I'm very sorry. I don't have time right at the moment. You know, what is it exactly? And I asked them, get to the point. Like, what is it exactly you're looking for? Well, we're a duct cleaning service. Okay, no problem. I do not have any need for duct cleaning service. Have a great day. And I end the call. We're a window company. Okay, I have no need for windows. Sometimes I'll say, well, how good are they? Do you like them? Well, I don't have any. I live in an apartment. I'm like, okay, well then if you don't have it or you don't use it, you really shouldn't sell it. And then that's the whole boiler room side of me too, depending on what mood I'm in and how much time I have. But it's like, yes, do they catch you at an inopportune time? For sure. Do 99, like, I would almost rather somebody just go click and hang up than blow up on me.
Yeah.
Because their sales team that is, 1-2 floors up, same building, another building in a different area, are picking up the phone all day long or sending emails or booking meetings all day long to grow the business.
Yeah.
Without them, you don't have anything to ship.
You don't have a job.
Right? Like, I mean, even Apple, the largest or one of the largest tech companies in the world, has a sales team. Amazon has a sales team, right? Like, Like I mean, Amazon, I think probably is more inbound than outbound, but they have a sales team. When you want to put a product on Amazon, there's a sales team that brings you in, an onboarding team that puts a product on. Like, Amazon relied heavily on a sales team, even if it's a sales team that creates digital ads and digital sales. It's a sales team. They're hitting people with a message. You get sales emails every day from Amazon, and we probably don't even realize it because we're so used to emails. But you go and look at something on Amazon that day, you're going to, hey, based on what you viewed, here's what we think you're going to watch. Netflix is a sales engine. Based on your movie that you watch, you're going to love these. Come back and consume more content on Netflix. That's a sale.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, they might not have to do it to the level that we're doing it, but also, I mean, if they were, they're doing it in different ways. When we see Amazon on everything and they're taking over the world, they're selling us. I mean, we're seeing you everywhere. Yes, we see you.
Did you see the latest, like Alexa's in cars now? And I saw a commercial last week, I think it was, and I'll have to remember it, where it's like, yeah, and even check up on your Amazon orders while you're driving. Hey, Alexa, check up on my Amazon order. Yeah, your delivery is going to be scheduled. I'm like, oh my Lord, we are getting way too lazy. But anyway,
we're very close to the Wall-E. I'm telling you, we're very close.
Dude, we're about to go face first into it. We're all going to look like pugs in the future. It's crazy.
Oh, Jesus.
So Greg says, when a prospect goes off like that, I just walk away. Too much business sitting on the table, and I'm not going to let someone else dictate how my process works. His behavior tells me that his dad must own the company.
Oh my goodness, he went there.
I do
agree, though, Greg. Yeah, you can't let it throw you off, guys. And it's hard. It will piss you off, clearly. And it's done, I'm sure, for all of us. But yeah, you just
100%.
They're not. Yeah. I think Antoine nailed it on the head when he asked that question in the beginning. Is it your ideal customer profile? No. Hang up next.
Yeah. See you later. See you later. I mean, I'm probably, I got to be fully transparent with everybody. I'm probably going to take a little bit of time out of my day to send one back just to like giggle. but yeah. So Nerf says, no thanks is a great stop the flow. And I like when prospects do this to me. Then I just take a few doses of Flomax and I'm right back in the game. Right. 100%. Jeff says, stay here. Yes. 100%, brother. I was one of them. That's how I learned what not to do when I make those calls. Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that, Jeff. Yeah. I mean, that's what we have to do in those situations. So,
Richard, I heard Elon added the company Amazon to his Amazon cart. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wish.
Yeah. I mean, you know what, Jeff, that's bang on, man. Yeah. And you know what? And here's the thing. Okay. So, Jeff, if I may, Jeff's from Jersey, right? So, let's call a spade a spade. When you're calling New York and New Jersey, you have a lot more friction than when you call Southern Tennessee, right?
They're very experienced and yes, right? They're very seasoned.
Yeah. Very seasoned. I mean, I remember, so our Jeff's and my good friend, Bobby, I remember when I called Bobby. So I called Bobby for the first time, and this is where I learned the demeanor of people in New Jersey and New York, right? Just different demeanor. Good. I think it's great because it's no time for BS. It's give me the straight scoop. So Bobby was one of my second customer in this, actually my first customer in the business. So about 2 weeks after I got to the company, a salesperson left and the VP of sales came and said, okay, these are your accounts. Like the salesperson left. So you know how they divide accounts up, right?
Yeah.
And they said, you got to keep the accounts because the salesperson left and went to another company. So I called Bobby up, and Jeff, I'd love your take on this. So I called Bobby up. And he was at a company called Lamb Tech in Jersey. And so I call him up and I said, hey, Bobby, I'm your new sales rep. I'm going to handle all your business. He goes, excuse me? And I go, I'm your new rep. I'm handling your business. He goes, who the fuck are you? And I go, pardon? He goes, you don't tell me who runs my business. He goes, the way to do this. And he's like, and I'm like, I'm 2 weeks in the business, right? I'm 17 years old. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm like, and he goes, no, here, let me tell you how it's going to work.
So
if I like you, I will give you business. You don't, just because one person left, he goes, he's already called me. I know where he's gone. He goes, I'm not one that jumps, but don't call me and tell me I'm the guy that you're doing business with. You call me and introduce yourself. You share he goes like, you talk to me like I'm a normal human. I'm not just a wallet that you want to get into. He goes, if I wanted that, I'd stay at home because he's got like 5 kids. He goes, and my wallet would be drained instantly. And I'm on the other line like, And my jaw hit the ground. I have no idea what to say. And I'm like, I'm very sorry. And he goes, you Canadians, you're always apologizing. But it turned out Bobby and I became the best of friends. We've been friends for over 25 years now, 27, 28 years now. And he's a great guy. He says, Jeff says, laugh my ass off. It's pretty much it. The fuck off state. You don't do that to Bobby, but I can. Exactly. Well, now I can, but I didn't.
Listen,
when I
that's
first
so true, though.
Hey?
I had 2 customers on. They're the same thing, thing. And one, that's so funny that your situation was that it was a I can't even remember the company. I didn't follow up. I was like, oh shit. But
you got scared. You didn't do any follow up.
Oh yeah, he scared the shit out of me. I was like, forget this. Like, I'm not even messing with him. He doesn't even want to deal with me. I'm gonna let him deal with that guy still. I think he wants that guy still.
But you know what? Some of the most loyal people on the planet, right? So think of it like this. So DJ, here's what I started thinking. What a great filter. Like, what a great filter. I wonder, that person that you called, that you never called back, how many people called back? And the ones that did, how many calls before it broke the wall down? Best, because when Bobby and I connected, he was like the best customer I'd ever had. Like, he was awesome, and he was loyal.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you think to yourself,
and that's what the deal was with this guy. So they tried to hand him over to me. I forget who even the broker was, but he's like, I don't care what company you're with. I'm dealing with this guy. I'm like, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh shit. So yeah, that was my first handover customer. I never got another one. They're all my own after that.
Yeah, and it kind of works better that way. So
yeah,
today's taken like a bunch of different 90-degree turns.
It really
I'm curious to see if your quote is bang on today.
We'll see. Maybe actually, I might have just tied. I swear I didn't do it on purpose. If I did tie it with what I just said, but again, thank you everybody for joining us. All the comments. My gosh, what a Monday!
You guys are awesome.
This is so fun. Do we have to stop? Can we just keep going? Is that really no?
Well, what we should do actually, DJ, is we should plan in the next kind of month or so. We should plan a full day summit again. And have a bunch of different people on again. And I think that was so much fun. People jumping in and out all day. It was a blast. We are going to have to figure out bathroom breaks.
If you guys are interested in us doing that again. But again, thank you to American Logistics, Centurion Trucking. Thank you, just everybody for joining us and making this possible. What a way to start off Monday. Gosh, thank you for sharing that email, Dan.
Yeah. Jeff says I used to send a box of flavored suckers to rude prospects with my business card. I knew what it meant. Hell, if I knew that, Greg, I would have told you to F off ages ago if you were going to send me suckers, man. I'm all over. Now, if I tell you to F off twice, do I get Skittles? Because for me, like, I'm all over that. Back in on a Smartie, man. I'm done. But go on.
It. Well, hey, thank you again, everybody. Again, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. till 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Start your day right with us, Sales Chatter Live. Don't miss it. Like and subscribe down below if you are watching this on the replay on our YouTube channels on either Sales Chatter Live or Dan Deegan at YouTube. Also follow us on LinkedIn. Reach out to us if you just want to mess with Dan about his emails. And this is from Confucius. And Confucius says, "It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you do not stop." Just don't stop, y'all.
And you know what? Yeah, I think it does, because that email could have slowed me down, and then you decide, no, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. That's a good one, brother. I like that. That's a good one. And a Pop-Tart, he said. Okay, so hold on. Just before we go, Preet says, I used to send out a Parley G crackers by rail to the CEO and VP in Toronto. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
See y'all.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information